Learn the difference between basic and complex types in JavaScript.
Do you know what's the difference between basic types and complex types? Basic types hold the value in itself, while complex types hold the reference to the value. So when we assign some value to some string, this value can be changed, but if we assign it to like different string and then we do anything to the first string, second string will still have same value as before. Here we can see that we have a new value in a string 1 and we have old value in the string 2, and there is no way that we can do something to the string 1 and that will affect string 2, because those are strings and they're basic types, and they don't hold reference, they hold value in itself. But for example, if we create an object, a variable does not hold value to this object but holds reference. This object is somewhere in the memory, and this object holds only address of this value. So for example, if we create second object and assign first object to it, now both of these objects hold reference to the same value. So if we change value of the object 2, then object 1 will be also affected. Here we can see that object 1 dot name has same value as object 2 dot name, because they hold reference to the same value. Same is with the arrays. For example, if we have array of the numbers and create second array that points to the same value as the first one, and then we add a number to the second array, then first array also will be updated. We can see that here we have number 4 in it. Even if we add it to the second array, we have that value in the first array. This can be sometimes a problem or tricky for most beginners, but it can be also very helpful. For example, if you have a function that need to do something with the object, and you don't want to return new object and assign it to the first one. For example, if you have like const user and you have name. Here you tend to do something like user and call some function, and like update last name. You can do this because you can't reassign a constant variable. Because of that, references are awesome, because we can create function that will update, let's say, last name, that take user and last name value, and then here we can assign that value to the object. And then if we call here update last name function on object user and we pass the value, this user will have its value updated, not because they have same name, we can change it like this, but because we pass this value by reference, so we have reference to this object also. We don't have just a copy of this object, but we have reference to this object, so this object here and this here are the same. So changing anything inside the function will change also the object that we pass to the function. So if we log the user, we will see that it has name and also has last name in it. One more thing, in React we have states. So when, like this, we have data and set data, and we hold some, I don't know, some values here, but for example, now we are in some use effect, and for example here, I don't know, when we change some name, we want to update the name in this state, so we can simply go data.name equal name, and this will update value of the this, but this will not trigger re-render because React holds reference to the object in the state, and by changing a single property of the object, we don't change reference where that object points, but we only change the value of that uh, attribute. But if we do like data equal the data here again, we will assign new value to this variable, new reference to the new object, but this will also will not trigger re-render. But what we can do here, if we do like set data data, this also will not trigger re-render because this data variable still points to the same place in the memory. But what we can do here is like this, and here we will create a new object that will have same values as this data, but will have a different address in memory. It will point to different address because we created a new object like this, and this will trigger render. So hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for the more tips.
Book a free consultation and find the code from the video in the description.